Thank you very much. I think that this is a very, very important question because Agri Food is a major contributor to the Northern Ireland economy. Agri Food contributes over 100,000 jobs. Last year contributed over 5 billion in sales and 2 billion of that in export sales. So this is an economy, and this is a sector of our economy that is growing, that is exporting, and that is earning money for Northern Ireland PLC and creating jobs for local families and businesses. So it is very, very important that we address the issues of the agri-food sector. In terms of Europe and CAP, we have worked for over 3 years now on the reform of the Common Agricultural Policy. There are many concerns with CAP as it has emerged from the European institutions. However, over the next 7 years, in the next financial cycle, CAP will contribute 2.3 billion in direct support to family farm businesses here in Northern Ireland. And therefore, it is very, very important that we get the implementation of CAP right in Northern Ireland. You know, one of the things that we worked very hard on in the Agriculture Committee was this idea that there should be more flexibility and that we could have regional decision making and then that go back up to Brussels for confirmation. What we now have is a position in Northern Ireland where CAP is almost finished at a European level, and we have now to make the decisions at Northern Ireland level for a common agricultural policy that will support productivity, sustainability and competitiveness of farm businesses. And Martina mentioned the court case, and I think it is worth actually mentioning that that court case actually means over the next number of years that 137 million will remain in the pot for the single farm payment, and actually with family farm businesses where decisions are much better taken at that level. In terms of the Going for Growth strategy, that is a collaboration between the industry and government. A very, very important collaboration where the executive have gone out and said to the industry, work with us so that we can actually make this industry more profitable, more important to the Northern Ireland economy. Already, in terms of Going for Growth, and it has been mentioned that nothing is happening in terms of that, but Arlene Foster is already taking forward some of the recommendations of the Going for Growth strategy in the access to finance, particularly for the poultry industry. She is already looking at the pork industry in Northern Ireland, looking at the problems and seeing how we can actually help relieve the issues that are actually affected there. So yes, a very, very important economy. But, and I see John Rooney looking up at me, let's not forget we've had 2 major reforms that affect Northern Ireland businesses and the agri-food sector, and that is the reform of the Common Fisheries Policy. And that is very, very important because, of course, the Common Fisheries Policy has virtually decimated our fishing industry here in Northern Ireland. Despite that, we have a resilient industry, an industry that sees a future and a way forward, and an industry that we must support. In terms of red tape, we have to see, of course, the buzzword for the Common Fisheries Policy was the idea of regionalisation. Not that decisions are Brussels-centric, but they are actually centred on the seas where those people fish and with the fishermen in the regional councils. It's very, very important that we see regionalisation of the policy, that we see decisions actually taken where it matters most with the fishermen who know the seas. And you know, in the last legislature, I was responsible for producing 2 legislative reports on the issue of Irish sea cod. It is actually appalling that those who are here calling for a cut in regulation from Brussels and who are most vehement against it, as they walked past me, said, we can't wait to vote against this report. It makes things better for Northern Ireland fishermen. It should ease the restrictions on cod fishing for Northern Ireland fishermen, but actually UKIP voted against it. That is not defensible for the Northern Ireland fishing industry.